We've been reading the book of Isaiah, and so far it's been filled with a lot of judgment and destruction coming on the day of the Lord. And as we come to today's reading in Isaiah chapter 40 through 42, we see a distinct turn in the book, turning away from destruction and judgment and turning to focus on hope. And the source of judgment that we've looked at in the first half of the book is God. But at the same time, the source of hope that we'll see throughout the remainder of the book is God. And so God gives this hope through his servant. And we're going to see many mentions of the servant, of God's servant that is coming through these different servant songs. But I want to read to you Isaiah 42, verses 1 through 9, talking about the servant. This is my servant. I strengthen him. This is my chosen one. I delight in him. I have put my spirit on him. He will bring justice to the nations. He will not cry out or shout or make his voice heard in the streets. He will not break a bruised reed, and he will not put out a smoldering wick. He will faithfully bring justice. He will not grow weak or discouraged until he has established justice on earth. The coast and the islands will wait for his instruction. This is what God, the Lord, says, who created the heavens and stretched them out, who spread out the earth and what comes from it, who gives breath to the people on it and spirit to those who walk on it. I am the Lord. I have called you for a righteous purpose, and I will hold you by your hand. I will watch over you and will appoint you to be a covenant for the people and a light to the nations, in order to open blind eyes, to bring out prisoners from the dungeon and those sitting in darkness from the prison house. I am the Lord. That is my name, and I will not give my glory to another or my praise to idols. The past events have indeed happened. Now I declare new events. I announce them to you before they occur. And so how does this servant bring hope? We see in verse 1 that he is the giver of justice. That in verse 2 and 3 that he does everything through gentleness. He deals with his people gently. In verse 4, we see that he will not grow weak. He will not grow discouraged. In verse 5 and 6, we see where he's called by God to be the source of the new covenant. We see here in verse 5 and 6 that he is the source of that new covenant. He said, I am the Lord. I have called you for a righteous purpose, and I will hold you in my hand. I will watch over you and will appoint you to be a covenant for the people and a light to the nations. We see in the very next verse, in verse 7, that this servant, because he is the covenant, he brings salvation, he brings freedom, that he opens the eyes of the blind, he brings out the prisoners from the dungeon, those sitting in darkness from the prison house. And we see in verse 8 that he is the bringer of glory. This servant mission, as we see, is hope, and he is the true hope and the only hope that we have.